log into Omni as a user with access to the SCM's Material Master module. So let's log in as a portal user into Omni. And let's go to SCM Material. So this is the list of material that's there in the system right now. And to add a new material, click on the Add button down below. So Omni has a 3-level hierarchy of material. The topmost level is material group. Every material must belong to one group. So let's just choose a group, let's say stationery. Then underneath stationery, there is a subgroup, and these are the subgroups that have been created for that. So let's say stapler. And then below subgroup, there is a subgroup. So in this case, if the subgroup is not applicable for a particular material, the option to choose is NA or not applicable. The usage code determines the type of material. Essentially, this is tagged to the account ledger where the inventory is booked under. So for now, let's just choose inventory. The purchase UOM is the unit of measure used to buy the material. So let's say this, we will use bundles. The stocking unit of measure is the unit in which the material is stocked. So the two of them can be different, although by default it is set to be the same. So if you want to make it different, you can just choose this and make this different. So let's just keep the same for now, and let's make it stapler test and click on save. So that adds a new material with the material code stapler test. Now this material code is derived automatically by the system from the codes of the different groups, subgroups and subgroups. So let's click on OK, and let's do a search in our material master for this material. And this is the stapler that we just added. So if we wanted to change or edit the material, we would click here. And we can set up additional information. So let's say we can put a type if we wanted to. And we can put an ABC code for ABC analysis at a later date. We can put an image of the material. So let's add an image. And let's do a search again for the material. And so we added that image, we changed the type, and we put an ABC code. We can put an alias to the material. So an alias is some name that is used for searching. So for instance, someone may call a stapler pin machine or something elsewhere. So we could add that here. So let's say pin machine. So if we wanted to, we could search by that. So this is, you can create multiple alias for a given material. So that's the process for adding a material. Now if we want to add a new group or a subgroup, we would go back to the material master. Click on add. Let's say we want to add a new group. We would click on this plus icon here. We have to choose a company. So let's choose the company it belongs to. And let's say so the group code is a four character code that you have to enter. So let's say we added this, and the code new A has been added. And let's do a search for that. And this is the group that we added. We can click on it if we wanted to edit this. And save it. So that's the group that we added. Now underneath the group, let's say we want to add a new subgroup. So let's go to SCM. Let's go to add. And let's click on plus. Now what we want to do is we want to add a subgroup. So let's choose new test group added now. This is the one that we just added. So again, so let's do any A1 new subgroup. Click on save. And this just got added. So this is the list of all subgroups. So let's say we want to do a search for any A1. And this is what we just added. So this is new subgroup under test group with the code NEA1 that we added underneath this group. Now let's say we want to add a subgroup. So let's go back to material again. And go to add. And click on subgroup. So let's choose the test group that we added just now, and underneath it, this is the subgroup that we added, and then we add, let's say, NA11. So subgroup added just now. So this is NA11 subgroup that we just added. So let's check that. NA11. And this is what we added underneath the group new test group, underneath the subgroup new subgroup, underneath that the subgroup that we added. So now if we add a new item or a new material, the code will be a concatenation of this group code, the subgroup code, and the subgroup code. All three will be added together to create that. So let's try that. Let's go to SCM. Let's go to material. Let's go to add. And we added this group. So let's choose that. Underneath it, this is the subgroup that we added and the subgroup. So the usage, let's keep it inventory. Purchase can be bag. And this is test new item added just now. And as we can see, the code is a concatenation of the four parents followed by a number. So let's do an OK, and we can do a search for that material. And this is the item that we just added with this code. If we want to upload a material master, we can click on the upload link down below here. And we have to create an Excel file in this format with the company code, the usage code, which is inventory, RF, RQ, etc., the group, the subgroup, purchase unit of measure, stocking unit of measure, a conversion factor between the purchase unit of measure and the stocking unit of measure, and material. Upload it, and automatically it will show up here, and then click on process upload. So this will automatically create the material to be uploaded.